Pattaya People Television, today reporting to you here from Key Visa Company. We are located opposite Big C, South Pattaya. We are here today to give you very valuable information about visa rules and regulations, especially during this COVID period. And Mr. Darren McGarry, the owner of Key Visa Company, we know him as the guru of visa and immigration matters here in Pattaya, will give you all the ins and outs. And there's a couple of new things just happening right now. So pay attention to Mr. Darren McGarry.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Darren McGarry from the Key Visa Company based at Big C, South Pattaya. Well, I was wrong. Last month I was wrong with regards to the amnesty. Only for a few days. This is what we're going to look at this time again, because really, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing else more important to talk about. As we know, the amnesty has now been extended by a further 2 months by the Prime Minister. Thank you to him. The downside is that there's not very many visa extensions available for people to obtain before they have to get out before the 26th of September. Now, what has been said is that you've now got your last 2 months. There will be no more extensions. There'll be no more given from the Prime Minister, and they feel that they've been good enough to give you 5 months to get out of the country or back to your home country. We all know that the borders are closed, that most of the airports are closed, around Asia. They feel that's not their fault, and we obviously you've got to understand their point of view. We did feel that if they was to give a further couple of months amnesty this time, that they would charge for it, but they haven't. They've carried on and let people have no hassle. Let them go free. Okay, tell you what, you carry on and you do your thing, but find your way home, which we feel is very good. Now, the problem is at the moment what we can see is it's not people getting out, it's people getting back in that seems to be the big issue. These certain travel bubbles that they're talking about. What is a travel bubble? We don't know. It's changing. Changes every week, I mean, it's been announced today. The first travel bubble was that it was the only people that was allowed in was serious business people, delegates, and people coming for medical tourism in Thailand. Okay, which is fair enough, but I don't think you'd fill a plane with that. Now, it's been announced, I think, the last couple of days. I know I've read it today that they've changed it now and they've added families. Okay, in what respect is that? That is people who, first of all, work here with a work permit. Secondly, people who live here or have got wives and babies here and they live together. If you've got dependents here, you can show you've got dependents, but don't think, right, okay, well, I'm going to come back to Thailand with nothing to prove. You have to bring documentation with you. Okay, so if you've got a child, you bring the birth certificate and where you're living. If you're married, you bring the marriage certificate and maybe the baby's birth certificate. Give them reasons to let you back in. Don't just walk in and expect them to believe what you're saying, because that ain't going to happen. Okay, well, where's your wife? Well, she's on the other side of Suvarnabhumi Airport. That's not going to get you in. So you need to produce a portfolio showing the officer, case by case, why they should allow you to go in the country. Now, I think it's good that the families are allowed back in, what we call the families, because there's a lot of guys at the moment, I know, a lot of my customers who work offshore, and they're working on oil rigs and stuff. They've all got families here, and they've not seen them for 5 months, 6 months. Now they're allowed to come back in, obviously, as long as they've got proof. The insurance is still there, so you have to still provide insurance cover, plus COVID, a COVID certificate to show, obviously, that you're not COVID carrying. But a lot of airlines need to see that now, I believe, from abroad before you were even allowed to get on the plane. One thing I want to say is there's been a lot of hype about the the card, the elite card. People are thinking, well, I haven't got any family, and elite have said they're going to get special, special privileges. Okay, now what the elite card is, most people who bought that or buy that from Bangkok, it's normally a 10-year visa or a 5-year visa going from 1 million baht up to 2 million baht. So multiple entry, and it allows you to go in and out as many times as you wish over the time. Now, you must remember, because it's not been said, you will be allowed in at this time between now and the end of August, but you must also have the insurance and have the COVID test as well. So don't just come in with your card. We've heard rumours of airlines not allowing people to board just because they've got the elite card, because some don't know what it is. So you must make sure you've got documentation before you travel. So families, work permit holders, people who've got businesses, elite holders, prove it. That's what you got to do. Make sure you get your documentation to prove it, and you'll be allowed in. And then you can stay here. Don't go anywhere if you don't have to. Yeah, not until things calm down. For the people that are still holding on until the 26th of September, you really need to look at ways of helping your stay here if you want to stay longer. I mean, we've had 2 clients today who've come in who can't go back to Australia. They've been here months. We've helped them out. Come to an agent, let them look at different ways, because there is different ways. It's just ways you don't know. Okay? So stay safe. Thank you.